All right, today is June 24th. We're now officially 16 weeks away from the NPC competition here in Utah on October 13th. And progress has been great this week. So last Sunday, quick catch up. Last Sunday was Father's Day. And I'll show you kind of how this week went. I had a great Father's Day. And despite Father's Day and overeating and enjoying the time with the family, still made great progress this week. However, it was I'll get into a little bit later with my spreadsheet check-in. But still tracking daily on my spreadsheet. If you'd like that link, in fact, I included it last time, just the link, the view only link in the caption of the video. So I'll do that this time as well. You can check it out. So one of the reasons why it's taking me so long to get back to wanting to compete again is just like mentally getting my mind ready. The last time I competed in 2014, I pretty much dieted and trained that entire year because we competed early in April, and then I came back in October, and that really just kind of gassed me out. And so mentally it's just been hard. I've been telling myself and telling other people this whole time, like last 4 years, of I'm thinking about getting back into it. Yeah. And I made a few attempts, but I just knew my mind wasn't there. And this time I'm feeling like I'm feeling, actually right now I feel freaking locked in and dialed in, but still a long ways away. So I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. But today checked in at 215.4 pounds. So if you're on MyFitnesspal, you can see my food diary throughout the week. But 215.4 pounds. So that is just about 3 pounds down from last week, so more than I expected. And I'll go into that here in a little bit as well. Let's see, workouts. Still been training. You know what? Let me turn you to my spreadsheet really quick, just so you can see kind of how it tracked out for this week, and then I'll talk about a few things from this week. I'm trying to keep this video as concise as possible. I don't want them to be like 20+ minute videos because I don't even watch my own 20-minute videos. But so this last week. So last Sunday, Father's Day, weighed in at 218.8. And as you can see, my calorie intake that day was 4,100 roughly. It's probably a little bit higher than that, but I was trying to, get a rough gauge throughout the day, despite, trying to enjoy the time with my family. As you can see, my calorie goals are actually around 2,600, so I obviously blew that one out. And one thing that I wanted to keep in mind is, for me, though I felt good, I wanted to check what my weight was going to be the next few days, because I knew this number here was going to catch up to me at some point. And you can see here. But anyway, so Sunday, 4,000 plus calories for Father's Day. And if you don't remember, actually had a big Saturday night too, the previous Saturday. So I knew those days were gonna catch up to me. It's weird. I've just noticed in my body, if I have big days like that, like I may not immediately put that weight on, but it does catch up to me the next few days, which kind of messes with my head. So I don't know if anyone else experiences that as well. But 19, I was surprised. Woke up 219.6, so didn't really gain anything. That's just normal fluctuation of weight. Tuesday, right back to 218. So I was like, oh, well, maybe my metabolism just friggin' got that much better to where I don't have to worry about it. But Wednesday, woke up, and you see my training and everything was dialed in. In fact, I increased my average time by a few minutes in just those first 3 days. But my weight still climbed 219.2, and my calories still in check. Macros are still in check. And then Thursday, woke up at 220. So from Tuesday to Thursday, I went up 2 pounds despite staying like locked in and keeping at the 2 hours. So although I knew this was coming, or I felt this was coming, it still kind of hit me a little bit, and I hate that and mess with me mentally. So my kids actually had some practices that night, a birthday party that night that they went to out in Salt Lake before I got off work. So I had a few hours at home, and so my wife, I was able to get away for another additional 30 minutes. So as you can see, my average calorie burn, was around 1281 for the previous week. For Thursday, because that mother effer right there, I wanted to get some extra work in. So I got an extra 30 minutes in, which was about an extra 300 calories in. Just went and rolled no, actually I ran my mile, got a just under 9:30. So not great, but I was dying. And then I rode the bike, and so I got about 300 calories. So you can see, did a little extra there. So my weight checked in at 218 even Friday morning. But still, I also had some free time. My kids were at soccer practice, and so I got another free 30 minutes. So I went, you can see right there, over the 2-hour mark, 30 minutes, and that put me at 717 calories burned for the day. And then yesterday, 1214 calories, less time working out, because we had some early stuff to do yesterday. And then I ended up going and pouring cement with my family at my little brother's house, and so pushing some wheel. So I definitely got extra calories burned yesterday too. I just didn't track them. So for the week though, my average weight is about 218, so on track, below what I need it to be. I want to track steadily about just under 2 pounds of average weight per week. And you see the correlation between the exact days. My actual macros for the average macros for the week are right here. And again, most of that's because of this that 4,000 calorie day right there. But not counting Sunday, I stayed pretty close to on track. So for this new week, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to get, that average of time every week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that average of calorie burn every week. So I'm going to keep my goals the same. So it was a little high last week, but I'm going to keep them the same for this week. So anyways, all right. So that's right. So now I check in at 215.4. Again, this is my spreadsheet right here. I just put it together. The reason why this spreadsheet is important for me is because I like to look at the averages of everything, what I'm consuming, what I'm burning, the amount of time that I'm investing. So that way, if I start to plateau, then I know that I've got to make adjustments to one of these averages. Either I've got to have more output, which will require either more or less time. I got to reduce my average intake. And all of this is to be able to affect that number right there. So, yeah. So that was kind of a long explanation. I know I kind of touched on that in the first video as well, but wanted to break down why is it I'm tracking. So I've got that spreadsheet online. I've also got the app on my phone, so I immediately log that stuff right away. So, but that's how I make adjustments. So I still get asked, hey, what do you eat, or what do you not eat? I eat whatever, and so I'll illustrate some of that right now. I just try to be, conscious of the quantity of calories. And I manage that by macronutrients, carbs, fats, proteins. So for example, for last Father's Day, had a huge day. I got some fillets. We had some cheesecake. We had lobster drizzled in butter. Had everything. 4,000 plus calories. That's a lot of calories, and it was awesome. So, but with that, I had to stay conscious. Okay, I knew it was going to catch up to me. Even though I knew it was going to catch up to me, it still messed with me when it finally did. But that allows me to look at it and say, okay, these are the adjustments I need to make. It is what I need to be careful of, and I can be able to track going forward and still make progress this week. So what am I eating? So some things that I'm doing. Let me just show you really quick. I mentioned in the last video an illustration of investing my calories and what I mean by that. Okay, so two things we always have in my house. Can't stop. I'm looking at the camera now. Are Costco granola bars. I love these things. They're 100 calories. If you want the macro breakdown, it's 18 carbs, 1 protein, and where's the fat at? 2.5 fat. So not bad, but 100 calories for this thing. We also always have these because I love these. And the reason why I like packages is because they're easy to scan and track for me. So that's what I like. Okay, this right here, 90 calories. Okay, 90 calories for this thing right here. All right, so let me show you just kind of a little bit of a comparison as far as quantity and why the quantity matters to me with volume is. Okay, so for 90 calories in this, I could also have this whole banana, okay? And this banana actually is about 67 calories. So I can actually have a banana, like a banana and a half, and still have the same amount of calories as this thing, or approximately, like, you know, what I mean is the volume of it, right? The volume of it. Just to demonstrate a little bit even further, this right here, this, I don't know if you can really see, but let me show you how small this thing is real quick. I'm gonna eat this thing today anyways, but, and there's a granola bar. Okay, these are the size, right? 100 calories, 90 calories. This right here, 67 calories, right here. There's about 89 grams weighed, right? Quantity is what I'm looking for. So if I want this, I can have it, but I gotta understand that I'm taking in less as far as quantity than I would with that. This right here, this is 300 grams of strawberries weighed out. 300 grams of strawberries. Okay, that is 96 calories. 96 calories compared to 90 calories. So you can see in that illustration the volume that I'm getting in the fruit. And I don't eat vegetables, okay? I don't eat vegetables unless it's covered in gravy. So I just eat a hell of a lot of fruit. Same thing here, 100 calories in this granola bar, which I love these granola bars, but I'm trying to get volume, especially when I'm trying to diet and get as much food as I possibly can. This is, again, 96 calories. So this is, I can eat this whole thing right here and still have taken in less than this. So good as far as like what I eat or what I don't eat. I eat whatever, like I eat whatever. I just have to manage that calorie count, and that's how I choose to do it. So I've got watermelon as well. In fact, yesterday I made some watermelon otay, but a macro-friendly or calorie-friendly version. So I used watermelon. I took actual pineapple, cut it up, weighed it all out, mashed the pineapple, and then I used silk coconut milk, unsweetened, and then I used sweetener, and then ice and water to the consistency that I liked. But and that came out when I broke that out. I made about big old buckets, so about 27 servings. We weighed it by the 27 cups of it is what I made, and we broke it down to about 67 calories per cup. So awesome. Anyways, so watermelons are another good one, but again, we use that for the otay, so I didn't have any to show you. But a quick illustration as to how I'm trying to maximize the amount of food that I'm eating while trying to minimize the amount of calories that I have to take in. So my goal right now, again, is about 2,650 calories is approximately where I'm at. 310 carbs are my goal, 200 protein, and 70 fat. Okay, so I want to do a real quick food feature. So food feature for this week. My breakfast every single day when I get home is actually either, I'm probably about half these because that's a hell of a lot of strawberries. Probably about half the amount of strawberries, so 150, maybe 200 grams of strawberries. Just because, again, the volume, or a banana. And then what I'll have is, I'll have one of these burritos right here. And the reason why, I don't know if you can see it very well, is a breakfast burrito. And they're not big, but it kind of quenches the thirst I have for, or the appetite that I have for, craving, that I have for frozen burritos. But El Monterrey, simply breakfast burrito. So egg, turkey sausage, and cheese. They're really good. I get these at Walmart or Costco. So 230 calories for one of these. I'll throw in 2 on the side of that, just to add some more protein, 2 slices of these extra lean ham from Costco as well. So that's about 50 calories, but some extra protein. I'll squeeze on some ketchup on the plate as well. Then I also have one of these. And I normally don't drink protein shakes because I prefer to eat the amount of all the food that I can. A little bit left in there. But I'll do one of these, and so this is only 20 grams of protein, but it's 100 calories, so I feel like a good investment. And then I double it up. So I pour this in my cup, then I fill this with water, shake it up, clean it all out, pour it in, and I kind of water it down. But it's still super chocolatey. So that's what my breakfast looks like. Yeah, so when I immediately get home from the gym in the morning, throw one of these in the microwave, my ketchup in my hand, my protein shake, and then my strawberries or a banana. And that's usually how I get the day going. Getting some ketchup or something. All right. So, yeah, hopefully that was informative. Training this week's been great. Again, I've gotten a few days where I've been able to get out and get extra work in. And, you know, Father's Day had a big calorie day, and I knew I was going to have to pay for it. And it was a little discouraging to watch my weight go up this week, even though I was trying to stay on track from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Bottom line is that I needed to work, you know, to make it up. I needed to make it up, right? So, you know, as far as the frustration goes, again, the mental part is where, you know, I'm really trying to stay in check. And I feel great. I feel good, actually. My calories are super high. They're relatively high, given, you know, how far I've come down already. My output is high right now. You know, in the past, I would minimize the amount of cardio that I'm doing. But this time around, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm not avoiding anything because I don't want to do it. In fact, if I don't want to do it, I'm making sure I'm doing it. So still, like when I get home from work, if I've got time, and even though I'm tired, I want to just kick back. If I have time, I've been taking advantage. So extra 30 minutes here and there, getting out with my kids in the evening. So they're still my biggest motivation is to stay active. And I want them to see me transform because I train them hard. And I want them to understand that, you know, that their dad doesn't only preach hard work, that he practices hard work. So training's been great this week. Still nothing like real specific. Got some heavy squats in yesterday, so finally felt good. But I want to be able to trim more and more fat before I really start focusing in on, you know, areas that I'm training. So right now I'm still locked in around about 60 minutes of cardio, bike, elliptical. I'm running as well, the heavy bag, and then just, you know, moderate weight, but getting a lot of reps in. And pushing the weight up when I got time and when my body feels like I'm able. So, yeah. I think as I come down more and more, get a little more comfortable, I'll start to be a little bit more vocal. I might even share this video today on my Facebook and on my, or at least the link anyways, on Instagram, and kind of let it out to the bag a little bit more. Again, there's a group of guys that are also training right now that I'm really excited about, and I want to ask them. I'm going to ask them actually if they're being more and more open about it, or we're still a long ways away, and that's the only hesitancy I have is that, you know, I know like some guys got their heads down and they just want to focus, and so I can appreciate that as well. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Keep following along. I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring my best ever this time around, and I'm excited. If there's any questions that you'd like for me to answer, please comment, let me know. Hopefully this content is informative and interesting for you. But I know once the, you know, progress pictures and stuff like that start circulating, that obviously gets more attention, but not quite there yet. And honestly, I'm looking back at myself, you know, in the past, I've been through a real douchebaggery days. And so I'm a lot more conscious, and I think a little more conservative about how I go about things nowadays, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Until next week's check-in.